Mary Helen Dara, Taylor Automotive Family, Women in the Driver's Seat. Today we get to speak with Executive Director Erika Buri at this incredible facility at Outlander Park, part of the Outdoor Sylvania Community Parks system. Let's go and talk to this amazing woman. Erika, thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Mary Helen. Thank you so much for asking me.
Well, I love what you're doing as Director of Outdoor Sylvania Community Parks.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
That is a new name.
It is.
How's that working out?
So it's going all right. I mean, I think it's taking a little while to kind of get going, but we're very excited about the change for a number of reasons. You know, we changed our name the first time in 2000 to the Outlander Park system. And at that time, there were only two properties, right? We had Outlander Park and Whetstone Park. And in that intervening 22 years, we added 3 more properties, and we've really expanded the park district in terms of what services we offer and all sorts of things. And so a name change seemed really important to convey the expansion, but also help sort of distinguish us from other organizations in the community that are doing similar things, because that was also something that we learned was a challenge for folks. And the great thing about the name is, you know, it conveys who we serve in the Sylvania piece, but also what we strive to do for the community, which is to get everyone outdoors. That's part of our mission statement.
Except on a day like today.
I know, right? I watched that weather storm coming in, and I'm like, yay, that'll be amazing.
Well, could you please tell us about your history and how you landed in the driver's seat?
Sure. So I'm actually originally from Toledo, and I went to school in Milwaukee. I went to college in Milwaukee, and I really never anticipated coming back. But once I graduated from college, I ended up in southwestern Ohio doing outdoor education for the YMCA at 2 different camps down there. And that is an amazing job. It's wonderful, but it's very intense. So after about 3 years, most people are like, okay, I need something different. And my parents were still up here, and they were always like, somebody move home. So I'm the one that got captured. The job at the park district was posted for Fossil Park. They had just opened Fossil Park. They needed a naturalist to kind of help interpret Fossil Park. And I interviewed for that position and got that. That was 24 years ago. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've been here for quite a while. It's been really exciting to kind of see how things have changed and expanded, because again, when I started, it was just Outlander and Whetstone. We just opened Fossil Park, and Sylvan Prairie wasn't even, in a glimmer in anybody's eye yet. So,
which is a well-kept secret.
Yeah, Sylvan Prairie for
area.
sure. It's actually our biggest property, and it is beautiful. We were able to put in some really amazing habitat there, a site that was a former farm field and development site. So that's pretty great.
You would never know it was a former farm
field. I know,
field.
right? Yeah.
So what does a typical day look like for you?
Well, so I always tell people that there's no typical day in parks, because, you might be shooing the ducks out of the office, which has happened before, or answering phone calls, or, and a lot of my job is administrative. I manage the budget, so on and so forth. But I get to do all sorts of fun stuff too. We have some great programs, so I'm frequently, attending those programs that we do just to show up and offer support. Yesterday, I was helping out with an interview, watching some folks on a boat, trying to get some filming on a rowboat. That was pretty fun. So it's one of the advantages to our job is that it's different every day. That also offers some challenges, because staying focused and making sure you need to get done what you need to get done can be a challenge with so many interruptions, especially in the summer. But I really don't think we would have it any other way. And quite honestly, I enjoy all the different things that pop up.
Wonderful. What are you most proud of your work here?
So I knew you were going to ask me this question, and so I spent this morning trying to think about how to answer that, because I think there's so much that's happened. So I've been the director for 10 years, and when I became the director, I kind of entered into that role in a crisis, and we've had a number of things happen in that time, including the pandemic, and we lost our funding for a year, and just other smaller things that I'm just really proud of how we've been able to get through all of those things and still be able to serve our public It's that, like, all those feet, the duck with the feet on the bottom,
Yes.
like, and make sure that we were providing every folks with what they needed while still making sure that that bedrock was solid. We've come a really long way. I have an amazing team. I'm super excited about that. And I think we've just gotten better and better as every year has gone by in terms of what we offer and how we're serving the community. And I'm really excited about that, and also kind of, what we've got going forward. So yeah, there's a lot. So that's the general, I'm proud of everything.
It's part of it all.
Yeah,
As you should be.
Yeah.
What is the one piece of advice you would give someone thinking about a career in a park system?
Wow. So I think the one big thing is that parks need everybody, right? Like, frequently you think about parks as you have to be an outdoorsy person, and it does help to like the outdoors, but we need graphic designers, and we need PR people, and we need engineers, and we need financial people. Like, you can be an accountant and still work for a park. So that's always kind of fun to remind people, like, we're still a business. We still need all those business people. We just serve the community in a slightly different way. So, and I tell anybody, just even, I do an annual presentation at the University of Toledo in one of the environmental sciences program classes. And I always tell everyone, like, the biggest thing you can do when you're starting anything is to ask for help from everybody you can possibly get help from. I know some people kind of get stymied in that. They don't want to look stupid or, whatever. But I honestly, I wouldn't be here today if I didn't ask for help from all of the people and make all those connections and get all that support. Because especially in parks, I've found the best thing is that everybody is willing to help and share, right? Mm-hmm. We don't have proprietary knowledge in Parks and Rec. It's like, oh, you need this here. Why don't you just copy mine? And we just pass things around like that. So asking for help, I think, is really the best career advice you could ever give anybody.
Oh, that is great advice.
Yeah.
And as a community, what can we do to support Outdoor Sylvania Community Parks?
Well, I think number one, use the parks. Come out and use our facilities and check them out. I mean, if you haven't, there's 5 of them. If you haven't been to one, check it out. Whetstone is kind of an underrated little park behind ProMedica Wellness Center on Monroe Street. There's a really nice walking path we put in there in 2019 that just transformed that whole property. And it's nice to take a little stroll. Come to Olander, take a paddle, go to Fossil Park, check out the, fossils at Fossil Park, Sylvan Prairie. In the next month or so, the blossoms it's going to be beautiful. The wildflowers are going to be just fireworks. So go visit your parks and check them out. That's the best. And, we always are looking for volunteers. So if you have a little extra time on your hands, then we can find something for you to do.
I planted trees.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So great. Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, Erika,
for
being
problem.
here and for all you do for our community.
I love this job. I would not, serving the community is a huge part of my vocation and what it's part of my personal mission. And so I love being able to do this.
Well, thank you again.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Erika Buri, for sharing your passion and vision about the Outdoor Sylvania Community Parks. Let's get in the driver's seat and see who is next.